Good morning. My name is Tim Gregory. I work for Vermeer Investment Management in London, and I'm here to update you on our views of what's happening in world and US stock markets at the current time. And it continues to be an extraordinary time, of course. And I hope that everyone who's tuning in is well, and their families and friends are also getting through this extremely challenging time as best as can be. So today we're just going to look at the way the market has shaped up recently and over the last month or so. Markets overall haven't changed that much, but within that there has been an astonishing bifurcation between the massively larger cap names within the S&P500 and the smaller cap names. The famous five, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, have all been performing very well, and there are good reasons for that, given that they have phenomenally strong balance sheets, and many have modern technology that sits well with the way the world is currently shaping up and is likely to shape up again going forward for the future, as technological advances have been accelerated by this crisis. And such has been the bifurcation of the market. I saw some analysis a few days ago that suggested that the top 13 companies within the S&P 500 are now equivalent in size to the bottom 400 companies, which is of itself quite astonishing. So how should we think about the fact that such a small part of the market has performed well and the rest of the market has been lagging behind? And a lot of industries, of course, have struggled for good reason, because they face a very challenging outlook. But one of the key things to markets performing better going forward is the success of the exit strategies of governments all around the world, whether that be the US, Europe, UK, and already to an extent that we've seen successfully in China and in Asia. So we think it's important to have a balance within your portfolio, not just to own those companies that are at the forefront of new technology and those famous five companies and those top mega cap companies that have performed well because of their balance sheets and because of their positioning, but also to have some focus within the portfolio to those areas of the market that will benefit from a normalization of the global economy. I think you should stick still within those sectors to quality, to strong balance sheets, those businesses that may have refinanced, may have taken advantage of strong bond market liquidity to get their businesses into shape to survive for the long term. And then look at some of the industries that may benefit coming out the other side. And maybe that would be elective surgery, which has been really struggling because obviously all the focus within the medical industry has had to devote all its energy correctly to resolving the COVID-19 crisis. But elective surgery has only been pushed to one side for the time being, and all those surgeries that need to happen still will occur in the fullness of time, and those businesses within that sector, I believe, could still do well. Similarly, infrastructure and also the retail industry, and we've talked before about the need for companies to have the balance between a good bricks and mortar offering, but also a really strong online presence, which has done very well already in this crisis, but are going to be the winners going forward. And selectively even some companies that will recover in the leisure industry. But I would remind you and urge you to focus on those companies that do have good management, strong balance sheets, and an ability to get to the other side. So if the reopening of economies takes longer, they will still be able to thrive and survive going forward until such times as things improve. Thanks very much for your time today. Once again, I hope that everyone is okay. All friends and family are doing as well as they can. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thanks for your time. Goodbye.